Hello, it's Melinda from Alexis and Melinda's Art Space. Seems like I haven't talked to you for ages. Been busy down with my business in Melbourne doing paper craft show. And while I was down there, I went and did a little bit of shopping. Only a little bit. I was a bit disappointed. Last year we managed to get a lot of bargains at the Spotlight down at High Point in Melbourne, but this year there didn't seem to be anything. Oh, it's very cold today here. Okay, so the first thing I picked up, I wouldn't recommend anyone buying because it is rubbish. These were marked down to $5, and Royal Lancanickel is a UK company, and usually they're pretty good. And it was quite deceiving. I love the look of the watercolours in there, and I should have known better. And if you look at these, they look like beautiful watercolours. Because they look like they're behaving. This is just the advertising. This is a little watercolour art pad, so it'd be interesting. Let's open it. I haven't opened up the quality of the paper, but I was having a play. My friend and I had a play with these in the motel room, and yeah, let's just say they're crap. Not worth the $5 I spent on them. I mainly bought them, well, they were $5, and I like the colours in them, and I'm experimenting with watercolours at the moment, and I know this is a nice brand. Oh, okay, the paper's fairly decent. It's textured, so it's obviously cold press, and it's reasonably thick. But you only get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like 6 sheets. So at least the paper's reasonable. But looking on the pad and on the brochure, the watercolours look and behave like nice watercolours. These are so chalky and so light in colour. I didn't expect them to be like artist quality, but I expected them to be a bit better than what. And you can see one's missing. It wasn't missing when I bought it. I'll explain that in a minute. So my friend and I tried these, and they're so chalky. They're actually cakes that come out, which I didn't realise. I've had chalky watercolours and they've been nice, but we even took one. We were experimenting with it, and it almost didn't dissolve in the water. And I will do a review of these, and it won't be a very nice review. We even took one of these chunks. It was a beautiful, like a magenta red, and we put it in a spray bottle with some water, and we thought, oh, that'd make fairly good sprays. And we obviously maybe put too much water in it. I might try that again. But it was so diluted and so chalky. It was horrid. So if you're in Spotlight, don't buy these colour watercolours. And it's a bit deceiving. I might actually write to the company, because this on the front of the watercolour pad and this on the front of the advertising is deceiving, because the watercolours do not act like that. These look like semi-professional watercolours, or what I call semi-professional, an upgrade from the kids one, and these are just horrid. So if you're in Spotlight, don't buy these. That's the only thing I bought from Spotlight. I bought a couple of other things in this brand, which would be interesting to see what they are, but they're presents for Alexis, so I didn't show them in the haul video. But basically it was pencils and a sketch pad and some textures and a pad in a nice little container, so they can't be all that bad. Next we went to Reject Shop at High Point, and we actually found some stamps that must have been new, because I haven't seen them in my store in Bendigo. So these are days of the month and numbers. So these would be handy for my Project Life style scrapbooking. I don't actually do Project Life as in this is week 1, this is week 2. I use the pocket page style to just scrapbook events and things. So I thought these would come in handy. And these would also come in handy if I make my own diary next year. So these are only $4 for memory, so they're wood mounted blocks. So I thought that was quite good for $4. The only other thing I got at Reject Shop was this intrigued my interest. I hadn't seen this before, and I'm trying to get the glare off. I do apologise. I've just reset up my camera, and it's not my best angle. They're little mermaid dolls. I love the scale paper, actually. That was what caught me. But you've got all the bits in there, and the tape. I believe this was $4 as well, or $5. I don't have my receipt with me. So it's got all the bits, and you can build 12 shimmery mermaids. And the mermaids are fairly big. I was just trying to find one of their tails. So the tails are like that big. So 10 centimetres for the tails. About 15 centimetres tall. So I thought that'd be cute on some cards, or cute incorporated in my art journal. So I just like those. So they were fun. I hadn't seen those in Bendigo. Then I went to my favourite store that I haven't been into 6 months. Can anyone guess what it is? Starts with D. Daiso. Yay. But again, I was a bit disappointed because I haven't been down there since probably, the start of this year. I haven't been to Melbourne since, actually it would have been December last year. And sort of walked through and, seemed like all the same stuff I'd seen. Didn't seem to be much, unless I was having a really bad night that night and wasn't inspired by anything. But I found a few things. There's actually a repurchase because I can't find mine. So if you don't know what Daiso is, it's a Japanese dollar store, or a Japanese type dollar store, but everything is $2.80 in Australia. In America, it's like $1 and $1.50. But with our exchange rate and tax, it's $1.80. Sorry, $2.80, which some things are good value, some things are not. So you just got to pick through it. I did get 3 gardening pots, like the long, I call them windowsill pots, like the long rectangle ones. I got those last year as well, and I picked up another 3 of those because they're $2.80, and in Bunnings they're like $10 each. So I grabbed 3 more for the garden. But back to the crafting bit. You don't hear about my garden. So this is a fountain pen. Now I haven't tried them, and I did get the replacement ink as well. I have bought another one of these previously, but God knows where it went. I haven't even used it. So I grabbed another one, and it says 0.5, so it's quite small. So I thought I might have fun sketching in that. I don't know whether the ink is permanent. I don't think it is. It says do not swallow ink. It is potentially poisonous, so it doesn't actually say whether it's water resistant, but a lot of it is in Japanese, so it'd be interesting. So I'll do a review on that as well, because I had quite a few of those. They also had brush pens that had refills in them, but I've got quite a few brush pens down here, so maybe next time I'll grab one of those. So that's an upcoming review when I play with that. I got myself a palette knife. Now I do have a few palette knives, but again, these are expensive in art shops, and I don't have one that... I'm trying to get it out. Oh, okay, it's in a plastic bag. That's always handy over packaging society. Oh, it comes out the top. So I actually don't... A lot of my palette knives are short. So I thought this one would be fun. It's quite flexible at the tip, so I thought that'd be fun to do stuff with. That's real good today. So that was $2.80. So they had, again, a couple of different tips on them, but I've just got this one because it says, be careful not to be hurt by the edge of it. Duh. Sorry. Do not keep it in a place where it is near water and humidity. Okay, that's probably because of the wood. So I thought that would be fun to try. And then I got this. Main reason I got this is it's got clear tape in it, but I will open it. Sorry about the rustling. I should have opened these before I come on. Ideally, do I have a roll on my desk? Oh, I do. Ideally, this comes apart. So this was $2.80 as well. You could probably get these cheaper, but I was there. Seen a few people on YouTube do this. This is Express-It double-sided tape that we get here in Australia. Daiso do have double-sided tape, but you don't get as much for the same price as this one. So now I can't get the blooming thing back together. There we go. So I thought this would be handy when I'm scrapbooking because I'm always trying to find the end. And I put it on Ninny upside down. Oh, okay. So I thought this would be good. Let's think about this a bit more. Whoops, sorry, there goes the camera. The next month I'm wanting to change my camera setup so my camera is no longer on my trestle table, because every time I hit my trestle table the camera goes wobble, which is what I am trying to not do today. Here we go, back in. So I thought this would be handy for my double-sided tape, and it fits the rolls too. I find sometimes these double-sided tape rolls are too big for like a tape on the table dispenser, so that was $2.80, so I thought that was really cool. And then I can stick bits on the edge that I pull off and don't want to use. So that was a good find. And I've got half a roll of, look how much sticky tape they give you, really? They give you like half a roll. Probably says on the packet how many metres is on there. 15 metres. And then this is all someone's fault. I can't remember whose fault this is. Yes, I can. Can I remember her YouTube name? No, gone blank. This is all. She does a $5 monthly craft and something. I'll link her channel below. I can't remember. She was making pockets and all things out of coffee filters. Now, I usually don't drink coffee, but I was at Daiso and I thought these would be awesome as pockets and things in junk journals. Now, I couldn't decide between white and brown, so I got both. So these were exactly like the shape one she had, and she snipped one side, and her name might come to me in a minute. And she used them like as little pockets, and hers were a bit more plasticky. These seem a bit more papery. But I thought these would be awesome in junk journals. Oh, sorry. Sorry about the noise. For $2.80, you get 70 of the big ones, and you get, I think, 90 of the little ones. So hers seemed a bit more plasticky, and I can't think off the top of my head. Eljon. Eljon on YouTube. Oh, these seem a bit more plasticky. She's doing a $5 a month, or $5 a week crafting series, craft with $5 a week. So she did the coffee filters, but mine seem a bit more papery, but these would be fun to play, and I could jelly print them and make them into pockets and all sorts of things. They'd make awesome pockets, because I think she slipped down here, and I'll have to go rewatch her tutorial. But now I've got coffee filters, because I usually don't drink coffee. I thought, I don't know whether this is a good price. Let me know if it is or not. I thought 70 for $2.80 was a good price. Oh, I won't get those back in while I'm talking to you because it's rustling. But that was about all my haul. Glad to be back from the show. I love doing the shows, but oh my god, I was exhausting this time. I was demonstrating for 3 days. I forgot to get footage of the show. Sunday I meant to film my stand and get my offsider to film me demonstrating, and we were so busy and just got so busy so quick Sunday morning, and the other days were exceptionally busy, but I just simply forgot. Next show. Aren't I terrible? I know I'm a terrible business owner. I didn't even get any footage for my business channel, which is terrible. But that's okay. So thank you for watching, and I will link Eljon's tutorial for the coffee filters down below because it was really cool. And that's it. I haven't been shopping much at all. Got loads of ideas now the show's over. I've got September to do some more fun stuff, so I've got loads of things I want to do. So stay tuned for that. Bye for now.